In the news ahead, a Texas showdown for Clinton and Obama. And why Richard's looking the goods. A successful young Melbourne designer who was almost broke when he arrived in Australia to start his new life is one of many in the rag trade hoping to make an impression this week at the L'Oreal Fashion Festival. Amy Parks met him.
If you work hard enough at something, it'll happen. Simple as that.
Richard Wiggan is a case in point. Arriving in Australia with just $200 and a positive outlook, he's now one of Melbourne Design's brightest rising stars. His Chocolate City store now has its home in avant-garde Greville Street, but it wasn't without some old-fashioned hard work.
I remember having my range, 5 T-shirts in my hand, and going into stores and basically cold calling and saying, hey, you know, this is what I do.
Richard pounded the pavements, eventually selling enough of his handmade designs store to store to kickstart his label.
I just thought I'd like to give it a try and see what I could do and achieve.
And that's plenty. His creations have adorned the likes of Guy Sebastian and the Porsche Formula One racing team, and the store has its sleek look courtesy of Richard being handy with a hammer.
It's been a hard, persistent road to get to here. You know, there's a lot of hard work and late nights.
Chocolate City has managed to avoid the lure of big trade, with Richard opting to have his creations locally produced.
There's a lot of production going off overseas to China and so forth, and I've tried to create a brand made locally in Melbourne.
The English expat of Jamaican heritage owes a lot to his new hometown, a place from which he draws his creative inspiration.
The people are great, it's a very diverse culture, and I just think there's a lot of opportunity for anyone to you know, make it here.
The Melbourne Fashion Festival marks a successful year in business for Chocolate City. Richard's designs are set to feature in the festival's Urban Remix event.
Hopefully it'll be a success.
Amy Parks, National 9 News.